A world that, for centuries, has inspired our wildest imaginations. The deep red surface, the towering volcanoes, the vast canyons. Mars has fascinated astronomers, scientists, and dreamers for generations. For as long as we've gazed at it, we've wondered, could humanity ever reach it? Could we survive there? Could Mars one day become a new home? Once a distant dream, the colonization of Mars is now rapidly becoming a reality. With every passing year, our understanding of the planet grows. And with each breakthrough in space technology, we move closer to the day when humans will set foot on Mars for the first time. But what will it take to make Mars our new home? Let's dive into the science, the innovation, and the resilience that will allow us to live on the red planet. First, let's talk about the journey itself. Mars lies, on average, 225 million kilometers away from Earth. That's 400 times farther than the Moon, making it the next great leap in human space exploration. Traveling to Mars isn't just about distance. It's about overcoming the obstacles of space. The journey will take between 6 to 9 months, depending on the alignment of Earth and Mars. But the challenge doesn't end with a long trip through the void of space. Mars is different from the Moon, and it's not just a simple hop across the stars. Unlike lunar missions, reaching Mars means dealing with cosmic radiation, microgravity, and the extreme conditions of deep space. The spacecraft carrying us to Mars will need to be engineered to protect astronauts from harmful radiation, keep them healthy during the long trip, and ensure they have everything needed to survive once they arrive. Companies like SpaceX, with its Starship spacecraft, and NASA's Artemis program are leading the charge, developing technologies that will make this journey possible. These spacecraft will not only carry astronauts, but also the equipment, supplies, and life support systems necessary for establishing the first human colony on Mars. Once we land on Mars, we will face a world unlike any we've encountered. The first challenge will be survival. Mars has a thin, toxic atmosphere made up almost entirely of carbon dioxide, and the air pressure is less than 1% of Earth's. This means humans can't simply step out into the Martian environment. We'll need to protect ourselves, not just from the cold, but from the lack of breathable air. The Martian surface is cold, averaging temperatures of -60 degrees Celsius, with the possibility of plunging even lower at the poles. And then there are the dust storms, which can rage for months, reducing visibility and creating hazardous conditions. For humans to survive, we'll need habitats, highly specialized, insulated structures that can keep us alive in this harsh world. These habitats will not only shield us from the extreme cold and lack of oxygen, but will also be crucial in maintaining life support systems. They will feature sophisticated air filtration systems, pressurization controls, and water recycling technologies, ensuring that even in the most extreme conditions, the essentials of life, oxygen, water, food, are always available. These will be self-contained ecosystems, designed to make every breath of air and drop of water last as long as possible. But living on Mars isn't just about having a safe place to sleep. The settlers will need to work together, not only to maintain their habitat, but to solve daily challenges of survival. There won't be any local stores, no convenient grocery runs. Every meal, every drink, every resource will have to be carefully managed and even created. That means growing food on Mars. The soil here is unfit for traditional farming. It's dry, salty, and laced with harmful chemicals. But scientists are already making progress in overcoming these challenges. One method we'll use to grow crops is hydroponics, cultivating plants without soil in nutrient-rich water. Another approach is aeroponics, where plants grow in misted air, with minimal water use. This kind of farming will allow settlers to grow fresh produce even in the barren Martian landscape. But growing food is only part of the equation. Life on Mars will require extreme resource management. Water, for example, is a precious commodity. Fortunately, Mars has ice beneath its surface, and in time, technology could allow us to mine this ice, melt it, and purify it for consumption. Water will also be recycled through advanced filtration systems, ensuring that nothing goes to waste. Energy will be another critical element of survival. Mars doesn't have vast supplies of fossil fuels like Earth, so solar power will be our main source of energy. While the sunlight on Mars is about 43% of what we get here on Earth, it's still enough to power solar panels. These solar arrays will be placed across the Martian landscape, harnessing the energy of the sun to generate power for habitats, equipment, and even vehicles. But power doesn't come without its challenges. Mars' day is roughly the same length as Earth's, but its night lasts for 12 hours. So we'll need efficient energy storage systems, capable of storing excess solar energy generated during the day for use during the long nights. Advanced battery technology will be key, ensuring that the colony remains powered no matter what time it is on the red planet. As more humans settle on Mars, the colony will grow. In the early years, there may only be a few dozen astronauts. But over time, with advancements in technology, this small base will expand into a full-fledged colony. Think of it as a miniature city, a network of interconnected habitats, labs, and factories, all working together to support human life on Mars. Eventually, we'll start to build infrastructure, roads, communication systems, factories that can produce essential materials, and even entertainment spaces to maintain mental health in an isolated environment. The ultimate goal is for these colonies to be self-sustaining, able to thrive without relying on Earth for supplies. In the future, Mars could have its own industry, economy, and even its own culture. The first settlers won't just be pioneers. They will be architects of a new world, using cutting-edge technology to construct buildings and facilities that will allow us to survive and grow on Mars. The buildings themselves could be made from materials sourced from the planet, like Martian regolith, making use of what's already available rather than shipping everything from Earth. But surviving on Mars will demand more than technology. It will demand human resilience, ingenuity, and courage. Mars will test us in ways we can't even predict yet. The isolation, the vast emptiness, the harsh environment. It will all require strength of spirit. But it's also an opportunity for humanity to come together like never before. This journey will not be just a national effort, but a global one, requiring cooperation between nations, private companies, and individuals who share a vision for the future. The first humans on Mars will be part of an extraordinary moment in history, a moment that will inspire generations to come. They'll face risks and challenges, but also the unparalleled reward of becoming the first humans to live on another planet. So why Mars? Why embark on this epic journey to a distant world? Because Mars is our next step. It's the next frontier for humanity. By venturing to Mars, we'll answer questions that have baffled us for centuries. Was there once life on Mars? Can humans live beyond Earth? Can we become a multi-planetary species? Mars offers answers. But more than that, it offers hope. Hope for a future where humanity is not confined to one planet, but can explore and thrive across the stars. It's a chance to take our survival into our own hands, to push the limits of technology, and to learn how to live sustainably in a new environment. It's a challenge, yes, but it's one that will define who we are as a species. And it's a journey that has already begun. We stand at the threshold of an extraordinary new era, one in which Mars will no longer be a distant dream, but a place where humans can live, work, and thrive. It's a future that may seem far away, but every day we're getting closer. The technology is evolving, the vision is growing, and soon the first Martian settlers will look up at the stars and know, we are home.